Hey, what's up guys? Hutch with Hutch Abode Farms. Oh, excuse me, let me get this out of my way. One of the benefits of the Laguna saw is it's got this adjustable fence, which is great for crosscuts. The wife's been after me for a while now to build her a new bed for our guest bedroom. So in this video, that's what I'm going to do. So I did my research to figure out exactly what I want to build. My style tends to lean towards the mid-century modern look, which is what I landed on. I found a video by Johnny in Crafted Workshop of a bed he built, and I'm going to build my iteration of that. And I'll post a link to Johnny's build in the description. As a reminder, to win the Grizzly Table Saw giveaway, please like, share, and comment hashtag TSGA, Table Saw Giveaway, and don't forget to subscribe. All of my projects start at the drawing board where I draw up what I want it to look like and how much material I'm going to need. Once I have my material list, it's off to the hardwood supplier. In this case, I picked up some nice hickory slabs in red oak. Then I run the wood through the joiner and join it on two sides, and then through the planer on the third side. To square up the fourth side, that's done at the table saw. The boards are cut to finished width here at the table saw. Then the bed rails are cut to finished length at the miter saw. These slabs of red oak will be used for the headboard legs. This red oak goes through the same process, through the joiner, through the planer, back through the table saw. Here I'm drawing out the shape of the footboard legs and what I want those to look like. After building one, I then trace it over for another. Once they're all cut out, it's over to the oscillating belt sander to sand them down. For the larger headboard pieces, I cut the inside edge of the table saw with a tapering jig, and then use the bandsaw on the outside edge. Then they get sanded at the oscillating sander. Now it's time to cut the hickory slabs to dimension. I use the Festool track saw here, and I do it in 2 or 3 passes just to make sure it cuts nice and clean. I'm also paying close attention to making sure each end is square. Since you don't have a straight edge on this, it can be a little tricky. It's also important to plan ahead and cut out any imperfections that you may not want in your piece. Here I rip a straight edge with the track saw along each slab. These two slabs are a little bit different thickness, so it's important to get them to the matching thickness. Oh no, the shop foreman's in the shop critiquing my work. It's important to mention that she's not in the shop when machines are running.
Hey, beautiful. Hi.
Now that the foreman's gone, back to the dirty stuff. Here we're running the slabs through the drum sander. Here I'm using the domino joiner, everyone's love it or hate it tool. I'm kinda in the middle. But I'm also using the Bourbon Moth's patented hip thrust technique. Then it's on to every woodworker's favorite part of the project, sanding. Sanding, and sanding some more. Here I'm sanding the live edges on the slabs. You can probably guess why this is important to do. This makes for a nice smooth edge that won't catch linens or potentially cut someone. Once I have everything sanded to 180, I then water pop it and sand it again at 180 grit. In my experience, sanding to 180 grit with Rubio Monocoat finishes seems to yield the best results. Once the wood is all dried, it's time to sand again. So I reinforced the feet on the legs with some CA epoxy glue. This just helps keep it from chipping, cracking, or coming apart over time. Additionally, if there's any imperfections in any of the rest of the wood, I'll fill that with some CA glue as well to help fill that void and just make the piece stronger. CA glue is an awesome product just because of its quick drying time. When you use the accelerator, you can have it ready to work with again in a matter of seconds. Here I'm just finishing the final sanding before we apply stain. Before applying stain, it's time to burn this live edge. An associate at Home Depot talked me into this detail burner for this part of the project. It was not successful. I moved to kind of a regular torch and it did a better job, but this hickory is so hard, it did take some time. I wipe all the pieces of this bed down with some mineral spirits just to get all the dust off it. Let it dry before we stain. So the stain I chose on this bed is Rubio Monocoat Pre-Color Easy. All of the Rubio Monocoat products are really easy to use. This I'm going to roll on and then wipe it back off. But it will turn this red oak black. The wood is all dried and ready for stain. Here you roll it on, let it sit for about 5 minutes at the very most. You don't want to let it dry completely, and then just wipe it back off. I think the hardness of the red oak along with its grain pattern make it an awesome option when using this pre-color. It turned out really nice. Well, my wife helped me with the glue up, which was a challenge. I need to invest in more long pipe clamps for this type of project. I'm doing a little bit of touch up on the black and then wiping it down, making sure I don't get any of the black pre-color onto the hickory. Now that all the pre-color is applied, the next part of finishing this bed is applying a Rubio Monocoat 2-part oil finish. The oil finish by Rubio Monocoat is really my go-to. It's super simple. Mix it up, 2-to-1 ratio, and then wipe it on, wipe it off about 15 minutes later, and you have a really nice hard finish. In most cases, it's a pretty matte type finish as well, which is kind of my preference. I'm really happy with how the red oak turned out. The black looks great. The last step of this bed build before assembly is fastening the bed rail attachments onto the bed. I also attached hickory supports for the low profile box spring that'll sit underneath the mattress. Link of the bed rail hardware and some other things I used in this project that were purchased from Amazon in the description. Overall, I'm really happy with how the bed turned out. Hopefully the wife is as well and guests enjoy it for years to come. As you can see, I also built a matching side table. Well, I hope you enjoyed that one. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe to see future videos. That helps me out. And remember, faith, family, future. Build yours.